Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Amanda, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to draft a pattern for this particular outfit. I'll be posting the sewing videos later. So this corset looks like a shirt, and then I'm going to be showing you how to draft the pattern and then later show you how to put them together. So I'm going to be using this brown paper for drafting, and it is folded into two. First thing I'm going to be doing is to come down by 1 inch from the upper part to get my shoulder line. So connect the points together, and that line becomes our shoulder line. So these are the measurements we are going to be needing for these tutorials. Kindly take note of them. So I have my top length, my shoulder to underbust, my waist to hip, my shoulder, and all the measurements we need. We also need our shoulder to bust, and then mine is 10 inches. So from the shoulder line, I'm marking my shoulder to bust, shoulder to underbust, and then shoulder to waist measurements. I'll be repeating the same thing on the other side, shoulder to bust, underbust, and then waist. After that, I'll connect the points together using my ruler. So after connecting the 3 points, this is what you should be having. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to label the part so you know what exactly I'm doing. From here, I'll go ahead and mark my waist to hip measurements, which is 9 inches. 9 inches. After marking, I'll go ahead and connect the points together with my ruler. And I'll go ahead and label it, the hip line. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to divide my bust by 4 and then mark it waist by 4. I have 7.25, and then the hip by 4, which is 10.5. So divide your bust, waist, and hip by 4. Whatever you get, you mark it on the lines respectively. After that, I'll go ahead and join the points together to get a shape like this. So at this point, I'm done with the lower parts of the basic bodice block. So I'm going to be drafting or putting in my shoulder, which is 14 inches by 2, 7 inches. I'll mark it on the shoulder line and then the bust line as well. After marking the 2 points, I'll go ahead and connect the points together. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to drop the shoulder by 1 inch and then come down from the center front 3.5 inches and then go in 3.5 inches for my neck width and depth. After that, go ahead and connect from the neck width to the shoulder slant and connect from the neck depth to meet the neck width, just like I have done. So from here, I'm going to divide in my bust by 6 plus 1.5 inches. So whatever I get, I'm going to be using this to get my chest line. So my bust divided by 6 plus 1 inch, 1.5 inches is 7.5. So from the slanted line, you're going to be marking 7.5. After that, mark it or measure it, whatever you have. Repeat it at the center front and connect the points together like I have done. So this line becomes our chest line. I'll be marking or putting in my bust measurements at this new chest line and then reconnect it to the waistline. So just watch the image and follow what I'm doing. Next thing I'm going to be doing from here is to divide the 7.5 inches into 2 and mark the center. After getting the center, I came in by ½ an inch. Then I'm going to be putting my French curve on top of it. Make sure it is touching all 3 lines before you draw your armhole. So this is what you are going to be getting if you do it right. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to put in my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 7 inches divided by 2. I have 7.5. So I'm marking 7.5 on the bust, under bust, waist, and then the hip line. After marking the points, I'll go ahead and connect the points together with my ruler to get a straight line like this. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to trace everything I have on the front pattern to the brown paper beneath and then draw in the points. So you can decide to trace or draft a new pattern for the back. It all depends on what you want to do, but for me, I am tracing it out to get my back so that I don't draft or start from scratch. Next, I'm going to be coming down by 1.5 inches for the back neck depth, but for the neck width we are going to be maintaining the same 3.5 inches. Take note of that. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to put in my top length, which is 22 inches. So from the shoulder, I'm going to be coming down by 22 inches and then mark it down. After that, I'll go ahead and connect the point together with a ruler to get a straight line just like this. I'll trace it to the back as well. Next thing I did was to divide the shoulder line by 2. So just place your tape on it like I have done and then mark the center. After that, I'm going to be connecting it to the bust line, okay? So from that point, use your ruler and just connect it to the bust line just like this. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to come down by 1 inch from the bust line to get my bust point. So from the bust line, I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch just like this to get my bust point. And from the bust line, I'll go ahead and mark 3 inches. That is where I want my cap to begin. So if you want it higher or lower, you decide on that. After that, I'll go ahead and draw a straight line for that particular line, which is where the cap starts. Okay, so that is the cap height over there. I'm going to be putting in my darts, and at this side I marked 1/2 1/4, and at the other side I marked 1/2 inch. So from there, I'll go ahead and connect to the bust line, okay? 1/2 1/4 on the side close to the armhole, and the side to the center front is 1/2 inch. Now I'm going to be marking 1/2 1/4 on both sides of the under bust, the waist, and then our new hip line or the top length, just like this. Now I'll connect the point together to get a straight line using my ruler. After connecting, I'll be using my French curve to connect from that bust point to the under bust to get something like this. Next thing I'm going to be doing from here is to come in by 1/2 inch from the center front on the bust line. So after marking that, I'll go to the side and come down by 1/2 inch, and then from that 1/2 inch point I'll go in by 1.5 inch. Okay, so from 1.5 inches line, from the 1.5 inches line, I'll connect to the under bust. I'm using my pencil to do the cap or drawing my cap. After that, I'll use my marker. This is to make corrections when there is a need. From the under bust, I'll connect to the center front as well, and then from the darts at the upper part, I'll connect to the side as well. Just watch the placement of my curve and how I'm going about it, and you get it right. Okay, watch how I'm placing my curve on it. So for this part, you can decide to connect it up and then meet the bust line without dropping it like I did by 1/2 inch, or you can decide to drop it by that 1/2 inch. Since there's going to be a skin net at the upper part, I'll be coming down by 1 inch from this point, and then at the side of the cap I'll come in by 1 inch as well. So I ended up cleaning the first line over there and then maintained the drop one. So I'll be connecting both lines to the center where the darts meet on the bust line. So I think my cap is okay at this point, so I went ahead to connect or join the points together using my marker so that it will be deeper and visible for you to see it clearly. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to come down by 1 inch at the center front, and at the side I came down by 4 inches. This is how the corset is shaped. That is why I'm doing it this way. So after that, join the points together with your pencil or marker like I have done. So I'm going to be marking that same 4-inch there and extend the line. This is because I'm going to be measuring the hip measurements and place it on my new hip line, or the length of the top on the side. So you can decide to redraw the line this way or maintain this line. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to measure my dart, which is 1.5 inches, and I'm going to be placing it on the waist and then the new hip line. After that, I reduce the waist by 1/2 inch for the front. Take note of that, 1/2 inch. So after putting in my dart allowance, that is 1.5 inches, I took 1/2 inch from it. You can see I eliminated it when joining or connecting the points together. Take note of that. So like I said, you can decide to maintain that line, or you can reconnect it to get a more straight line at the hem. So let me use my pencil and ruler to show you what I meant. So you can decide to do it this way or leave it the way I have it in the marker. It all depends on you. Next is to work on the back. Okay, so I reduced 1/2 inch from the front, the side of the front, so I'm doing same to the back. Take note of that. From the center back, I came in by 1.5 inch. 1.5 inches. Okay, take note of that, 1.5 inches. And then after marking it, or marking the point, I'm going to be joining it together with my ruler to get a straight line like this. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to connect from the side to the center back. Okay, watch the lines well to see what I did. So from the nipple to nipple line, I came in by 2 inches. Okay, 2 inches from the nipple to nipple line, and then I'm going to be joining it together with a straight line as well. So from the nipple to nipple line, I'm going to be marking 1/4 inch on both sides, and then 1/4 inch on the new line I just drew to create my dart for the back. Okay, so after that, just connect it to the upper part and then to the lower part, just like I am doing. Okay, so at the end of the day, you are going to be getting something like this, and this is where I'm going to be placing my eyelets. Okay, so remember I came down by 4 inches on the side of the front, so I'm marking that same 4 inches on the side of the back. Okay, and then I'm going to be marking the same thing at the center back, because I don't want one side to be longer than the other. It doesn't make sense to do that on the back. Okay, so make sure it is straight like this. And then the next thing I'm going to be doing from here is to put in my hip measurements on my new line. Okay, so I came down by 4 inches from the waist. That will be my new hip line for the back. Okay, so I marked mine 10.5 inches over there. So after that, measure the size of the dart on that line and then place it on the side as well. Okay, otherwise there's going to be a shortage over there. So after measuring it, I went ahead to mark it down over there. And then the dart for the back is 1 inch in total. Okay, remember I took 1/2 inch from the waistline of the front. I'm going to be doing that same thing to the back. Okay, so take note of that so that you don't forget to take it out. Okay, so that is it for the side of the back. Like I said, I took 1/2 inch from the waist. Okay, remember that. Let me show you that at the front. Remember I took a 1/2 inch from this side, and I took the same 1/2 inch from the waist at the back. So kindly take note of that. That will give you the shape. Okay, so from the neck area, I came down by 2.5 inches. Okay, I came down by 2.5 inches from that point. Okay, take note of that. And then I'll be connecting to meet where the eyelet will be fixed. Okay, the line where the eyelet will be. So this is what I am talking about. That means all the side, okay, the side that look like a dot right now, one side of a dot right now is going out. Okay, this is no longer part of our work. Okay, take note of that. So from here, next thing I'm going to be doing is to label it so that I don't forget when I cut out. I'll be doing same for the front as well. Okay, take note. You can label it in alphabets or in anything you want. So far as you understand, go ahead and do that. Next, I'll go ahead and separate the two patterns. That means separate the front and then the back. Okay, and after that I'll go ahead and cut out the front. Take note of that. Okay, I'll go ahead and then cut out the front before I cut out the back. So for the dots, when you get here, make sure you fold it on top of each other and remark. Okay, remark it, otherwise when you finish cutting, one side will be longer than the other. So fold the dots on top of each other, remark, and then reconnect the line like I have done. Okay, after reconnecting, you can see it is the same when I fold the dots on it. Take note of that. Okay, so I'll be uploading the sewing videos very soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and share my videos as well. So at this point, I'm labeling the patterns of the cap. Okay, and after that, I'm going to pin or tape the upper parts together to get one piece just like this, and then the lower parts will be two separate pieces. Okay, from here I'll work on the back and get back. So I'm cutting out the back as well, and then after that I'll show you what to do with the caps. So after cutting the back, you are going to be placing the cap on a white paper like this. This is the upper part, and at the center I came down by quarter. Okay, quarter of an inch, quarter of an inch. Okay, so after marking the quarter, you are going to be connecting to the sides. I'm using my pencil. Sorry it's not visible at this point, but after getting it right, I'll use my marker to show you what I have. Don't use the curve, it's going to be giving you a deeper line. Okay, so use your hand or a free hand to do this particular part. And after that, I went ahead to put ½ inch all around it. Okay, ½ inch everywhere. That is where I'll be stitching. Okay, the ½ inch is for sewing allowance. After that, connect the point together just like this, and then you can go ahead and cut it out. After cutting it out, I'm going to be repeating the same step for the lower part of the cap. Okay, so I'm going to be placing it on a brown paper as well, pin it down, and then look for the center. Okay, but for this, you see, when you pick quarter of an inch, you divide it by 2. Okay, so half of a quarter. So on the tape, just one line. Okay, half of a quarter at this point, and then I'm going to be drawing it or connecting the points together like I did for the upper part. Okay, this is the upper part of the cap. Okay, so take note of that. This is what I'm talking about. And after that, you are going to be putting your ½ inch seam allowance all around it. Okay, before you cut out. So this is what I have for my caps. Okay, and this is where the pattern drafting video ends. I'll be uploading the sewing videos later. This is the fabric I'm going to be using. Don't forget to like, comment, and share my videos. Bye.